66 Government Road West. My father purchased this building in late May 1990. This building was on two mining claims, L2566, and two parcels consisting of the front lot and a half a lot width and length to the mine in the back. But anyway, I moved into this property, or on these properties, in late summer 1998, just a few months prior, maybe 4 or 5 months prior to my 18th birthday. And it's been my domicile ever since I moved in there. I've been taking care of it, and it's been a time. Anyway, in 2001, we fixed up the house next door, a famous house. But we fixed it up, and while I was living in there, the siding, because the starter strip wasn't down far enough, the siding would get wind up and behind, so it would blow the siding out and slap against the building. So I'd have to go in and re-clip the siding to the starter strip. One time I went out to do this, and while I'm doing it, it's the middle of the night, an officer drives through the private property next door and is now in my property. And I don't know this until I turn around, because I hear the car pull up and I hear, "What are you doing?" And I turn around and there's a flashlight in my eyes. Now, this is a local person and everybody knows I live in this house at this point. So, forcing a confrontation, right? I tell him, "Well, obviously I'm fixing my siding, if you look." And right quick, he's out of the car. He wants to get up and in my face. And then, yeah, obviously if you look, right, you're going to see that I'm fixing my siding. And then to further engage me, instead of leaving my property, he asked me for ID. To which I respond, "Well, obviously if I go into my house, it's my house and I live here." And he continues to badger me, as police do. He continues to badger me and says, "Oh, humor me. Just show me your ID." So, for whatever reason, I guess to maybe show his true intent, I agree. So I go into my house and I say, "Yeah, okay." Before I go into the house, I say, "Yeah, okay, I'll show you my ID, fine." So I go into my house. Now he follows behind me, goes up my stairs, onto my porch, and walks into my house. Now I'm going up my stairs, which is at the very entrance of my house. I go up my stairs, and I can hear the policeman smelling for something. Big, deep breaths, inhalations. Like I can hear him, I could hear his snout from, upstairs. And when I return with my ID, lo and behold, I see the narcotics officer that I know, who's maybe near the top anyway, walking up my driveway. So after they left, and I got my license back, I went on about my ways, and sometime later on in the summer, some friends and I were out for a social evening, and we were out at the bar first, and then we went to, there was an after party. So there was an after party, we were all hanging out there, some stuff went down, so a group of us left just to be on our way home. But before we left, we all met up outside on Kirkland side, on the corner of Duncan and Kirkland, going up the hill there. But on Bill's side, Bill's Menswear. So we're on the side going up Kirkland Street, and we're all just standing there talking normally, like nobody's being loud, nobody's being aggressive, nothing like this, just civil conversation of adults. And an OPP cruiser comes pulling off at Duncan, going up the hill by the library there on Duncan, onto Kirkland Street, heading east. And as they pull in, they command us, "Oh, you guys are going to get going home." And to which somebody in the group, I don't know if it was a woman or a man, I can't remember, but somebody said, and not rude, "Oh yeah, we're just going to finish this cigarette and then we're going to be on our way." And that's when the police officer from the car said, "You're going to get going home now." And then I said, "What is this, communism?" And right away, "That's it, drunken public." They stop the car abruptly, get out, get their gloves on. Now they're coming at me. They're walking towards me. I'm smoking my cigarette. Cop comes up into my face. "Put out your cigarette." I have a few more drags in his face. I drop my cigarette. I butt it. They put me on the back of the cop car. My hand's on the car. They empty out my pockets on the back of the car. Cuff me behind my back. Put me in the cop car. They try and close the door. I put my foot out 2 or 3 times. Stop them from that. Finally, I just put my foot in and I let them close the door. Now, anyone who knows they're being gamed and violated and has any self-respect is going to be angry. And I was. And we argued back and forth. When we got to the police station, instead of regular protocol, because usually they're supposed to pull in to the police station through the bay doors so everything is on camera. So instead of pulling into the bay doors of the police station, they take a hard right at the far entrance, like Goodfish side. The far entrance, they go into that one. And they take a hard right and pull in front of the building, in front of the police station, and back in beside the garbage shack. Police stopped the car. Cops got out. The big guy, Sniffy there in my house, he comes out. He opens up the back. Now, I'm maybe 130 pounds. This guy's probably 240 pounds. I'm maybe 5'9". This guy's 6 foot something, 240 pounds. Opens up the back door, and I was wearing my Kirkland Lake Golf Course polo shirt. Grabbed me by the chest, and he ripped me out of the car while he said, "I wish you were 100 pounds more." And they threw me on the back of the car, face down on the back of the trunk, and then grabbed the handcuffs and reefed up on my arms. Face down the back of the car and slammed me face down the back of the car a bunch of times. Now, I used to be a Little League pitcher. I could pitch a ball all day long. After he did that to me, I throw one rock, and my shoulder's done. Ever since they did that to me. So after he ripped up my shoulders, then they brought me into the police station. And then from there, they stuck me in the cell. They took my shoes, threw me in the cell. I stayed there for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours. And they let me out early in the morning, maybe around 6, 7 in the morning. I went home, and when I got home, I went to sleep. And it was a Saturday afternoon, so I went to the bowling alley, went from the house over to the bowling alley, which is in 66 West. And to show my parents and tell them what happened. And when my father saw what happened, he went out immediately onto the street to go look for these guys and flag one down. And I'll have him tell what happened when he confronted them. And you could probably guess what happened.